Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Friends of the Forest. My name is Dale Mangold. I am your host, and welcome to Friends of the Forest, the weekly talk show that we have. And coming to you from deep inside Treebeard Studio in the Forrest of FangHorn. Today's episode, we fly back across the pond to the UK and speak to Nick Ranga, aka Eleanor Collides. Yes, we visit the London area and speak with Eleanor Collides and find out all about his music career and other things that he has going on and his latest single, The Photographer. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into this week's episode. Welcome back, everybody. Friends of the Forest is a weekly talk show. If you are a subscriber and a regular viewer, thank you so much for supporting our channel. But if not, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, hit that bell notification so you will be the first to know when every new episode of Friends of the Forest comes out. And not just episodes of Friends of the Forest, but video content, music videos from my band Forrest Of FangHorn. If you like groovy, eclectic mix of funk, jazz, hip-hop, and R&B music, then check out some of our music videos, The River Styx and Got It, which features Lil Lenny. They're all in the playlist there, amongst other episodes and past episodes of Friends of the Forest as well. Now, we do have an announcement starting next week, June 23rd, with the Key of F episode. We will be premiering and airing the episodes at 11 a.m. on Saturdays. 11 a.m. Saturdays. And I believe I said the 23rd. It would be June 22nd. June 22nd, which is Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Was when we will upload new videos of Friends of the Forest. So little change there based on some of our algorithms and viewership and everything like that. So tonight, obviously, this episode is on Sunday, but starting next week on Saturday, June 22nd, beginning with the Key of F episode, it'll be at 11 a.m. Eastern Time when we post, and we'll still try to have the live chat world premieres, maybe not every week, but anyways, it's just a little info there, so mark your calendars. If you want to be on the show, simply email us at forrestoffanghornpgh@gmail.com, and we will email you all the information that you need to know to be a guest and coordinate your episode with us. It's real simple. We do everything virtually, and if you happen to be in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, you can film your episode right here in Treebeard Studio, and that's what we did with Jeremy Kaywood and Ryan Caldwell, just to name a few. And upcoming, we have TK Munduck from Dream the Heavy. He was able to join us in the studio, so that's an upcoming episode. And speaking of a few other guests, like I said, Saturday, June 22nd, we have the Key of F, and then followed the following week, we traveled to Brooklyn, New York. We went on location and talked with Creature from Rebelmatic. That's going to be a really fun video. We were able to sit down with Creature in Brooklyn and talk about Rebelmatic. And then, like I said, TK Munduck from Dream the Heavy, Wes Hambright, Kelly Fleming, and Miss Freddie Stover will be here in our studio. If you like the blues, tune in and you will truly enjoy Miss Freddie's episode, and Velvet Blitz just to round off some of the upcoming guests who will be appearing on our show throughout the summer. So get in touch with us if you want to be on the show. Hit that subscribe button. Comment. Please give us comments. And lastly, we are also going to expand some other content. We're going to be doing album reviews and some reaction videos coming up. So let us know who you want to have us review. We can do song reaction videos as well as the album reviews. So anyways, let's get to our guest. Nick, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. It's finally good to have you on.
Hi Dale, thanks for inviting me on the show. It's great to be here. Yeah, so my name is Nick, otherwise known as Eleanor Collides, which is my musical alter ego and solo project. I'm a singer-songwriter from London in the UK.
You consider yourself, in the genre of indie rock, kind of melancholy singer-songwriter. You compare yourself to REM meets Depeche Mode, which I think is a very cool comparison there.
Indie melancholia is my kind of tagline, is how I describe my sound. Influenced by a lot of bands. My sound is somewhere like REM meets Depeche Mode if they grew up in the north of England. Jangly guitars, huge reverbs, and emotional vocals. I've been playing guitar since I was about 16 years old. I'm completely self-taught. I picked it up from my dad, who was always big into music and played guitar. I learned I had a chord dictionary, the Hal Leonard chord dictionary, and I learned playing Beatles songs, Nirvana, REM, all that kind of thing. I've always wanted to be in a band. I've tried many times to start bands and join bands, but for whatever reason they never worked out for me. I've always found that drummers are especially hard to find. That's always where we usually got stuck. You can usually find good bass players and guitarists, but drummers are very hard to find. I started writing songs in my mid to late 30s. I was going through a period of struggling with anxiety and depression, and I started writing songs and be creative as a way to kind of process things and sort of move on from a lot of stuff that I was carrying with me. The name actually, Eleanor Collides, comes from, I had an imaginary friend when I was very small called Eleanor, and my friend Val from the band Stop the Schizo, who I know through work, nothing to do with music. I remember she said to me, you should get in touch with Eleanor again. So Eleanor Collides is my way of doing that.
Yes, songwriting is definitely, in my opinion, one of your strengths. The way that you just compose a song and put things together, you do a very excellent job there. Eleanor Collides really started for me during the pandemic. There was a place called the Guitar Social that I got involved with. They were doing guitar lessons over Zoom, which were a lot of fun, so I started doing those. I made a lot of friends with them, and they kind of helped me get started with kind of recording music and sort of learning how to produce things, and I went from there really. I started performing live as well when everything sort of opened up again. I did my first open mics with them, my first kind of small shows, and I've really gone from there. I started looking at how to actually sort of promote my music, and through that found NAS, and I'm now 2 albums deep into this music thing. And that's pretty cool, how you wound up taking your guitar lessons. Obviously, we could do just about anything online and virtually, but versus at least when I was a kid, you had to sit in front of that music teacher and get all nervous and everything like that for like 30 minutes as he or she's like looking at you and making sure that you're playing right and sitting straight and breathing correctly and all that stuff. So, anywho, let's talk about your second album. It's called Exit Strategies.
So I recently released my second album called Exit Strategies. I've been releasing songs from that for the past 2 years. I actually wrote them all back in February 2022. It was part of a songwriting challenge called February Album Writing Month, which is a challenge to write 14 songs in 28 days, which I managed to do. And it was a real challenge for me because before then, songs would take me a really long time to write. They would come to me sort of in like bits and pieces and come to me sporadically, and it would take me a long time to actually finish them and write them. So I wanted to spend a period of time where I just kind of sat down and tried to force it a little bit and see what I could come up with. Most of the songs were actually pretty good. 11 of them made it onto the album and were actually kind of worth pursuing. And then the final track is kind of something I wrote later as like an introduction piece. But the other 11 were all written back in February 22 as part of this songwriting challenge.
I do know a lot of people that go to songwriting workshops and have the songwriting challenges. In this, in the case of your situation, that really helps bring out the creativity and people that you may not realize that you even have. Because I know when I write music, it takes me a while sometimes. I mean, I have something in my head a lot of times, and bam, 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 I write it down or I record it. But sometimes you just have trouble, or at least I have trouble, coming up with something, and I sit there. So those songwriting challenges definitely, kind of force you to, get that creative juices flowing quicker.
Hearing whispers of the exposed foundation.
Talking about your single that you're promoting, The Photographer. It's a beautiful song. I love the arrangement and the composition of it, and the guitar work especially, and the cover art for your singles are very nice too. But let's talk about that. That the Photographer. What were you thinking about? Your mindset coming up with this song.
So The Photographer is a song from my album Exit Strategies. It's a song about someone wandering around a city taking photos. That's kind of the basic premise. It's about themes of sort of memory, recording, remembering. The meaning of my songs is often sort of quite abstract and complex. I don't like to explain things too much. I like the listener to kind of bring their own sort of meanings to the work. I've always found obscure and abstract lyrics most interesting to me, so I always try and do kind of that with my lyrics. Photography actually played a big part in producing the second album. I do quite a lot of photography myself. I actually studied art at university, so I've always been kind of very visual. But yeah, film photography is a hobby of mine. All the cover art for the singles were my original photographs that I took. I think the sound of The Photographer is kind of pretty straightforward, typical Eleanor collides, if there is such a thing. I do like to sort of experiment with my sound. I never like to stand still. I always like to let the song sort of tell me what it needs and where it needs to go. I never go into it with a set sort of idea of what it should sound like. But I think this song is kind of very much sort of straight down the middle. Eleanor Collide. It's kind of layers of guitars, bass drums, vocals, piano. And I think with this one I did try and strip it back to the essential elements of the song. And yeah, I think it's kind of a great example of my sound.
See of the light is too late.
The music video for The Photographer is very cool. I love black and white photography. I love black and white videos. It just there's just something about when something is shot in black and white. It just adds another dimension, and you would think it would take away, but any type of depth. But actually, in my opinion, I think you see and notice more when things are in the black and white. And with this video, just the beautiful imagery and the images, which you can interpret in various ways. And I might interpret it one way, you might interpret it another way, someone else interprets it a third way. But I love the imagery in this song, and in the lyrics, like you did mention. It's not just, okay, well, this is what the song's about and what I'm singing about. It's left open the way that you've written the song to be interpreted in many different ways. And I do love the guitar solo, like I mentioned. It's so crisp, it's clean. And the way that you tracked it is very creative, and it just pops out. Very well done. All right, how about social medias? Where can people find your music and your videos? You have a very nice YouTube channel. So when you're done watching this video and you subscribe and you like and everything, hop over to Eleanor Collide's YouTube channel and check out some of their videos. It's there's some cool stuff on it. But anyways, where can people find your music and videos and everything else?
So you can find my music on all of the streaming platforms, and I'm on Bandcamp as well. I am at Eleanor Collides on all of the social media. Probably Instagram, TikTok and Threads are my main ones, so come chat to me there. I also have a YouTube channel with loads of music videos, loads of live footage as well. And I also have a mailing list that you can sign up for. If you go to my website, eleanorcollides.com, pop in your email, I'll send you 2 free bonus tracks to download and keep.
The bonus tracks, that's pretty cool. I know Zip Zap Zop does that with their mailing list as well, and it's a way to bring in more fans, and by signing up to the mailing list, then you give them a bonus track or maybe a alternate version of a song that isn't out there for the general public to watch the video or listen to the song. So that's very cool that you do that.
Yeah, so I usually write songs on acoustic guitar, and this is how the song The Photographer came about. I usually start with chords or a riff, and I try and write sort of a couple of different sections, like an A section and the B section, which later become sort of verses and choruses and bridges kind of things. I usually approach things by creating lots of little ideas, which then sort of develop and grow and become songs. Things usually start with the music for me, and then I'll get the music sort of going. It doesn't have to be completely finished. I'll have an idea of what the song is doing musically, and then I'll sort of start on lyrics. But yeah, I usually write on acoustic guitar and record things on my phone as voice notes. And then once I've got kind of a very rough demo, I'll take it into the DAW and start figuring out drum parts, bass parts, other electric guitar parts, vocals, all that kind of thing, and kind of go from there. But yeah, with the photography, I wanted a very sort of jangly guitar sound. So I played the electric guitar on that is my Fender Jazzmaster, with kind of lots of pretty cleanish sound with lots of chorus. So yeah, typical jangly Jazzmaster sound. I also wanted a kind of very floaty and light sort of vocal, sort of ethereal vocal sound. So it's kind of sung in my sort of upper register with like kind of a bit of sort of falsetto-y head voice type thing going on. And then in the chorus I wanted a bit of contrast, so the vocals are a bit more powerful and they're double tracked with one down the octave as well.
Well, I want to thank you, Nick, for being on the show. Eleanor Collides, everybody, from the London area. Definitely visit all of Eleanor Collides' social media sites, YouTube channel. There's some brilliant music. I want to thank you so much for being our guest today on Friends of the Forest.
Thanks so much for having me on the show. This has been great fun.
All right, that just about wraps up another episode of Friends of the Forest, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and like the video and comment. Let us know what you or who you want to see on upcoming episodes. Speaking of that, there's a new date. Saturdays at 11 a.m. is when we will be posting new episodes of Friends of the Forest, beginning with Saturday, June 22nd. With the Kia F episode. So you see that we may not have as many world premiere live chats, but we still will from like time to time. But Saturdays at 11 a.m. we'll be uploading the new episodes of Friends of the Forest. So June 22nd is the first one with Kia F. And then we have Rebelmatic, we have Dream the Heavy, West Hambright, Kelly Fleming, Miss Freddie, and Velvet Blitz, just to name a few more of the upcoming episodes. So my name is Dale Mangold. This is Friends of the Forest. Email us at forrestoffangHorn, pghgmail.com if you want to be on the show so we can coordinate your episode. Check out my band, Forrest Of FangHorn. The album Ents Marching just came out this past January. A very cool, eclectic mix of funk, jazz, hip-hop, rock, and R&B music. Until then, everyone be cool, be safe, and peace and love, everybody. See you next week.
I remember when these pictures meant something forgotten scenes, but not by me, or the quality